Hi guys, calling from the Book Cozy here. I thought I would do my TBR, so my to be read list for August. So I'm just going to actually start with a book that I've already started reading. So this will obviously be on my TBR for August, and that is Hiding from the Light by Barbara Erskine. So that's it there. And I'll read you the blurb. Across the peninsula, the mist rolled in, its icy fingers curling up the cliffs. Inside their houses, people stirred in their sleep, and children cried in the dark. The parish of Manningtree and Misterley has a dark history. In 1644, Cromwell's witchfinder general tortured scores of women, including Liza the herbalist, whose cottage still stands, and Sarah the daughter of the manor, and the spirits of his victims still haunt the old shop in High Street, they say. Emma Dixon gave up her high-flying career to live in Liza's cottage, but now, as Halloween approaches, she is feeling driven half-mad by visions of a terrible past. In despair, Emma turns to the young rector for help, but he too is in the grip of something inexplicable and dangerous. So that's Hiding from the Light by Barbara Erskine, and that will be the first one on my TBR, seeing I've already started reading it. So that's my first book for August. And now we'll do my little TBR jar. And I thought it would be fun if we did it in my little Halloweeny mug. Okay, so there's all the prompts there, and we will pick the first prompt. Okay. And what does the first prompt say? Let's toss a coin between two books. Okay, well, I have a coin here. And I'm just going to pick the first two on the shelf, maybe. So the first one is What I Know for Sure by Oprah Winfrey. And the second one is... This one is Run for Home by Sheila Quigley. So I will toss a coin. We will make this heads, Oprah's heads, and Quigley's tails. So Oprah head, Quigley's tails. We will toss a coin, and I'll let you see it first. There you go. I don't know if you can see that, but it is heads, if you can see it. There you go. And so I said Oprah's heads, Quigley's tails. So we've got the Oprah What I Know for Sure. So that's the second book on our August reading list. Okay, so I'll put the Quigley one back. Well, I'll stick it there for now, in case we do get one that suits it. Now we'll pick a second. I'm going to pick 6, by the way. I didn't tell you that. I'm going to pick 6 and then adding my other one that I just read. That'll be 7. Okay, so we've got one. The second one is Something Adventurous. Oh, let's see what I've got on my bookshelf for something adventurous. I'm not sure if there's anything really adventurous, but give me a minute and I'll have a look. Adventurous. Adventure is not really my style. So I think maybe we'll pick a different prompt. I didn't look at these prompts and I didn't know whether I'd have a book to do them all. So adventure's not my style. I mean, there's thriller, but that's not really adventure. Adventure to me is like going on a real road trip or something. So I'm going to just leave that one out of the jar. So this is the number 2. Well, something atmospheric. That could mean just about anything. But something with a good atmosphere. Oh, what does that look like? Something with a good atmosphere. Let me see. Well, we've got Stephen King. Full Dark with No Stars. Well, that looks a bit creepy and atmospheric, so maybe I'll pick this. So this is Stephen King, Full Dark, No Stars for something atmospheric. So I'll read you the back. What tips someone over the edge to commit a crime? A cozy mystery writer plots a savage revenge after a brutal encounter with a stranger. Harry Streeter gets a chance to cure himself from illness if he agrees to impose misery on an old rival. And Darcy Anderson discovers a box containing her husband's dark and terrifying secrets. He's not just a man who keeps his nails short and collects coins. He's not just a man who keeps his nails short and collects coins. And now he is heading home. So that sounds different. It says it has a short story in here as well, so maybe I'll read that too. But that's Stephen King, Full Dark, No Stars. And that is the second prompt done. So we have 4 more prompts. So we'll pick it out. I'll dig down into different areas of the cup. And we'll pick this one. Oh, it says a cover that does not reveal the genre. Okay, let's see. I think we'll do this one because this cover, you'll have no idea about the genre, and I don't even remember what this book's about. It's The Cloisters. So we'll pick this one. The Cloisters by Katie Hayes. So it says at the back, when Anne Stilwell arrives in New York, she hopes to spend the summer working at the city's Metropolitan Museum of Art. Instead, she is assigned to the Cloisters, the Met's Gothic museum and garden renowned for its collection of medieval and Renaissance art. There she is drawn into a small circle of charismatic but enigmatic researchers, each with their own secrets and desires, including the museum's curator, Patrick Rowland, whose obsession is tarot and the possibility of divination. Eager for the approval of her new colleagues, Anne is only too happy to indulge some of their more outlandish theories. But then she discovers a mystery. Once believed lost deck of 15th century tarot cards, and she finds herself at the centre of a dangerous game of toxic friendship and unbridled ambition. And as the game being played within the cloisters begins, she spirals out of control, and must decide whether she is truly able to defy the cards and shape her own future. So that's The Cloisters by Katie Hayes. So that's 3. We have 3 more to pick. Okay, so we'll go here again. And we'll try to get somewhere in the middle this time. Oh. Couple fell out, but we'll grab this one, whatever this is. Oh, a book with a supernatural character. What would I have for that? A supernatural character, let me see. What might be a supernatural character? Let me see what I have, guys. Maybe we'll get this. This one, maybe. I haven't read the back, but I'm having a feeling because it's got like sea maidens in it, it will have a sea maiden, which is a supernatural character. So let me read the back. Mary would never forget the day of her sister Yana was stolen. Marissa began. It haunted her like a ghostly shark's shadow, never leaving her. A strange and powerful, beautiful sea creature is brought to the marine sanctuary where Sasha works. The seagull is kept as an exhibit and for scientific research. Sasha wants to know more about her. Are there more of her kind? What sort of community does she come from? Does she have a family? There is a story to be told in exchange for a promise. In a story of cruelty and grief, of love and longing and pride, the story of Merrin, who makes a traumatic journey from sea to land, from defiance to finding her true self, and the power of sisterhood. So that does have a supernatural character, a sea supernatural character. So that's The Sea Maiden's Odyssey by Burley Doherty and Tasman Roswell. There you go. So The Sea Maiden's Odyssey. That's our 4th pick. 2 more. So this one we have picked the 3rd book from the left. So we'll turn you around over here, sorry. The left. This is my left over here. So we'll do the 3rd book. So we'll just put that book where it was. So that's not the 3rd. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh. And so the 3rd book from the left is A Court of Thorn and Roses. And a lot of you, by Sarah J. Maas, a lot of you will know that this is a fantasy book. So Freya is a huntress. The skin of the wolf would bring enough gold to feed her sisters for a month. But the life of a magical creature comes at a steep price, and Freya has just killed the wrong wolf. Taken prisoner by a high Fae lord, Freya learns that her masked captor is hiding even more than his piercing gaze suggests. But as Freya's feelings for Tamlin begin to burn through every warning she has heard about his kind, a shadow is falling across the land. And if Freya cannot fight it, she will lose everything. So there's a fantasy one for us. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. One more. So let's get this one. Oh, my cup fell over. Something comforting. Oh, something comforting. I'm thinking maybe The Last Tango in Toulouse might be comforting. So I might pick that because I've been wanting to read it. So it says, the year of her 50th birthday, gardening writer Mary Moody ran away from home, family and work for 6 months to live in a remote French village. The book about these experiences, Au revoir, struck a chord with tens of thousands of readers across Australia. Yet those experiences were to mark a beginning rather than an end. There were 6 months that turned the rest of her life upside down as she bought a house in a village, persuaded her husband to sell the family home of 25 years and take up goose farming in central New South Wales, and abandoned her television career in favour of writing about her travel experiences. Yet even these dramatic events were merely the outward signs of a far deeper changes that challenged the stability of 30 years of monogamy and motherhood. To her surprise, Mary found herself grappling with intense emotional affair and consequences for the marriage and family. Her account of this fraught subject is, oh, maybe that's not comforting, so maybe I'll pick something else. Doesn't sound comforting, yeah. Okay, sorry about that, people. Something comforting else. Oh, I like a cozy mystery, so maybe I might pick Black Cats and Butlers. Yeah, I think that's more comforting than The Last Tango in Toulouse. I thought The Last Tango in Toulouse might be a bit of a holiday one, but it's not. But anyway, we'll pick Black Cats and Butlers instead, I think. When Rose Ravensthorpe's beloved butler is found, gasped, murdered in the foyer of her very own house, she is determined to uncover the culprit, especially since he's the third butler to die in a week. Rose's investigation leads her on a journey into a hidden world of grave robbers and dueling butlers, flamboyant magicians, and the city of York, ancient feline guardians. Knives aren't just for cutting cucumber sandwiches, you know. So that's like a cozy mystery, and I find cozy mysteries comforting. So that one is Black Cats and Butlers by Janine Beecham. So our list for August is Hiding from the Light by Barbara Erskine, Black Cats and Butlers by Janine Beecham, Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, A Sea Maiden's Odyssey by Burley Doherty and Tamsin Roswell, The Cloisters by Katie Hayes, Full Dark No Stars by Stephen King, and What I Know for Sure by Oprah Winfrey. Okay, well, either we'll get all these done or we'll shift them over to September's reading list. And I hope you find a book that stays in your heart longer than it's in your hand. Bye now.